sizzling summer sale going on now at Liberty Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Across from Walmart in Hinesville or at libertychrysler.com. Your best price dealer. We will save you money.
Piggly Wiggly offers you super specials every week to help save you money. Here are just a few of the meat specials at Piggly Wiggly. Fresh ground beef, just $1.98 a pound. Fresh Boston butt pork roast, $1.38 a pound. Boneless, skinless chicken breast, only $1.98 a pound. 18-piece fresh chicken pack, a low 98 cents a pound. T-bone steaks, $5.98 a pound. And cube beef steaks, only $3.98 a pound. The best meats, the best prices. Piggly Wiggly in Jesup. Also on sale at Piggly Wiggly, red or green seedless grapes, sale priced at 98 cents a pound. Juicy peaches, $1.69 a pound. Piggly Wiggly large eggs, 88 cents a dozen. Pet ice cream, buy one, get one free. Vidalia onions, get 2 3-pound bags for only $5. And red delicious apples, only 89 cents a pound. Low prices, the best service. Piggly Wiggly, 440 West Cherry Street in Jesup, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Do you have a dirty car or boat? Does your vehicle, home, or business need window tint? Are you wanting accessories for your vehicle? D's Auto Spa is the solution you've been looking for. We are your one-stop shop in Jesup on Cherry Street. We offer pickup and delivery services. Give us a call right now at 912-424-0680 or send us a message on Facebook and find out more about the services and accessories we provide at the quality you deserve.
Are you wanting a fresh look in your kitchen, but afraid of the time and money it will take to get the look you've always dreamed of? Do you find yourself watching home remodeling shows and wanting that new look in your home as well? Well, at Kitchen Tune-Up, let us remodel your expectations. At Kitchen Tune-Up, we can give you a fresh, updated look in your kitchen in less than 3 days. We can reface or redoor your existing cabinets, or let us redesign your kitchen with all new cabinets and countertops. Kitchen Tune-Up is located inside your Sears hometown store in Jesup, servicing all of Southeast Georgia. Visit us at kitchentuneup.com or call us today for a free estimate at 912-424-8907.
The strongest muscles in America.
Oh, that's hot.
Belong to this bad boy. The Dodge Challenger, the muscle with the hustle. And you can drive a 17 Challenger SXT for $179 a month. I repeat, $179 a month. No security deposit, $27.99 due at inception.
Or drive select Ram 1500 Crew Cab Express for $299 down and $299 a month. Hey, around 350 brand new Rams on the ground. That's old Rambo and that dog a hunt. Good boy, Rambo.
Better get to Baxley where Woody Folsom Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram gives you a free warranty forever. Good as long as you own the vehicle. Talk to me, Billy G, or talk to the big dog, the wild and woolly Woody.
The summer sales event takes up to $11,000 off MSRP on select Ram 1500 crew cabs. Better get to Baxley where you are somebody. 36-month Chrysler financial lease with approved credit plus tax fee and tag.
Woody Folsom Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Better get to Baxley where Rams cost less.
That dog a hunt.
Local news on WIFO.
It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, county registered voters will head to the polls in November on November 7th as the county is looking to have voters pass a continuation of a 1-cent sales tax for additional 6 years that's projected to bring in $21 million in tax revenue for the county and the municipalities of Jesup, Odom, and Scriven to use for various projects. At the county meeting on Monday, the commissioners passed resolutions to hold a special election. They also passed a list of projects that'll be listed on the referendum as to where the politicians plan to use the money. The county approved the list of the projects and the estimated cost of the projects. The county lists 5 areas of where they plan to spend their tax revenue, as $5 million will be used to continue to pay off the hospital bonds that were issued to build Wayne Memorial Hospital. $4.6 million will be used for road, street, bridge projects, and road equipment. Another $700,000 for fire equipment and fire trucks. $950,000 for emergency vehicles, and $1.5 million to be used for recreational projects. Looking at the projects, the municipalities list in Jesup, $1.5 million for public safety and $1.5 million for public works and beautification. The city's big use of the tax revenue will be for the water and sewer projects, as they recently built their wastewater treatment plant. $4.5 million will be used to help pay off that expenditure. For Odom, $50,000 for water and sewer and infrastructure projects. Another $67,000 to be used for roads, streets, bridges, and infrastructure projects. $21,000 for recreation facilities in Odom and equipment, and $10,000 for stormwater and infrastructure projects. In Scriven, Georgia, $220,000 for streets and drainage, $132,000 for public safety, and $88,000 for sanitation. Once again, projected revenue for a 6-year period, $21 million, but it all depends on a yes vote for the continuation of the 1 cent sales tax already in place in Wayne County. It has to be approved by the voters, and the push for the 1 cent sales tax will soon begin here in Wayne County, as local politicians state it's badly needed in order for much needed projects to be done and completed in the county. They state the 1 cent sales tax, the fairest tax. Everyone pitches in. Anyone who visits the Wayne County community from out of town also pays, as Wayne Countyans do the same when they head out of town and purchase food, clothing, or any other item. Politicians call it a win-win for everyone. And again, the push for the 1 cent sales tax should begin shortly after Labor Day, as the vote takes place November 7th here in Wayne County. If you'd like to see the breakdown of the projects and the cost, the county and the city websites are expected to have the list on their websites. You will continue to follow the story as it develops. The date, once again, Tuesday, November 7th of this year. School board agreed to wait until next year for their push for a 1 cent tax for education, which is also on the books already. Again, they'll push for that East Bloss in November of 2018. There were discussions to push for both of this year, but the vast majority of those meetings believed it's just best to push for one separately. So the deal was reached that this year it's a SPLOST for the county governments, and in 2018 it'll be an East Bloss for education. Once again, the date of this year's vote is Tuesday, November the 7th. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor or the commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Communication is the key when it comes to business, especially your financial business. That's why Altamaha Federal Credit Union makes communication a priority, making banking easier for you. AFCU has money to lend, and it's easy to apply online or with a quick phone call. Your local credit union with open lines of communication. Altamaha Federal Credit Union, Jesup, Scriven, and Ludowici. Visit altamaha.org. Equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA.
You'll save when you shop the July Red Hot Buys at Harris Ace Hardware. On sale, DeWalt 20-volt max cordless drill driver kit that includes 2 lithium-ion batteries and contractor bag is just $99.99. Check out this great buy at Harris Ace. Peak Bug Wash with Rain-X, the gallon size is only 99 cents. And the 1.1 gallon size of Ortho Home Defense Insect Killer is only $9.99. Harris Ace Hardware, West Cherry Street in Jesup, the helpful place.
Totally transparent car buying. With Nesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC live market pricing, know for certain you're buying at the low market price. We constantly monitor multiple auto and competitor websites to always offer the most aggressive market prices. No games, no gimmicks, no kidding. That's why Nesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC is the home of the no-hassle deal. Skip the runaround and discover the difference of truly transparent buying on every new and pre-owned vehicle every day. We're online just like you, and we continuously scan pricing on hundreds of vehicles to update prices in real time. At Nesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, know for certain that our live market price is the low market price. Experience a new and totally transparent way to buy with live market pricing.
Nesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC, home of the no-hassle deal.
Chevy, find new roads.
In other news, we conclude with our comments from Carson Carter, who visited Wayne County on Monday, had several stops on his trip. One was a visit with small business owners at the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce building, where he discussed several issues. We've been playing those comments all this week here in our local newscast today. Carson Carter says the next big item on the table in Washington after the health care bill will be tax reform.
The next big issue that we're going to be undertaking is tax reform. And I'm not on the Ways and Means Committee, but I'll still have a voice in it. And we've actually met with Kevin Brady, who is the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee. He's from Texas, and he's given us an idea of what they're talking about. And I'm going to tell you, it's significant tax reform. We haven't really had significant tax reform in over 30 years. And what they're proposing is very bold, talking about bringing the corporate tax rate down from 35% all the way down to 15%. And I mean, we've had a lot of, I love it because a lot of companies will come into the office, and Chris will tell you this, they come into the office and they all say, tax reform, we need it. You're exactly right, and we're all for it. Except for this. This is what impacts my profession, and you better not touch this, And I'm saying, oh boy. But the only two things that the Ways and Means Committee have made known that are going to be off the table and untouchable have been mortgage deduction and charitable donations. That's the only two things they've said we're not going to touch those. Everything else is on the table. So it's going to be bold what they're talking about. Now, they've been talking about the border adjustment tax to try to make sure that we, have businesses staying here and not leaving the country. That's something that's still up in the air. I'm not sure that that's going to get enough attraction to really be able to fly. But I think Kevin gets it. He understands that he can do it with or without the border adjustment tax.
Let's get those comments to Congressman Buddy Carter. A civil trial in Savannah over the filming of the documentary Midnight Rider, which took place in Wayne County back in 2014, should come to a close sometime today. Plaintiffs rested their case yesterday, and the defense began calling their witnesses late Thursday afternoon. Will continue this morning, as the case should go to the jury sometime today. Plaintiffs called both the conductor and the engineer of the train that were involved that day that struck and killed Sarah Jones. Both testified and explained what they thought they saw that fateful day. Engineer testified that he thought it could be buzzards, knowing they had seen dead animals near the tracks earlier in the day. Then the conversation switched to CSS workers wondering if it was a truck, and said what they were seeing was the hospital bed propped up on the tracks being used for the movie of Greg Allman's life, as the film crew was filming a scene where Allman is dreaming. The train that day never braked before hitting the film crew who were fleeing from the trestle that fateful day. Both the engineer and conductor testified Thursday that they never saw anyone specifically on the railroad tracks, only off to the side of the tracks. CSX called an expert in trains and a longtime employee to the witness stand. He told the jury how common it was to see what they call rail fans close to the trains and the tracks. He told the jury, quote, "I've seen them far away from the track, but I've seen them right next to the track as well." He says rail fans will push the limits. He says he's seen them with their tripods sitting up on the crossings, especially during a time when there's not a lot of road traffic, and they'll push it right next to the track while the train is coming right at them. That's the testimony of James Murray, again, a longtime CSX corporate representative. CSX defense is that the film crew was trespassing on the train trestle that day. They state they're not liable for any damages in the death of film crew employee Sarah Jones. Both the Jones parents were the final two witnesses in the plaintiff's case Thursday. They were called to the witness stand by their attorneys in this lawsuit. Again, parents claim the railroad was negligent in the death of their daughter. They're seeking financial damages, although no specific amount has been stated. Again, it should head to the jury sometime today in Savannah. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
Communication is the key when it comes to business, especially your financial business. That's why Altamaha Federal Credit Union makes communication a priority, making banking easier for you. AFCU has money to lend, and it's easy to apply online or with a quick phone call. Your local credit union with open lines of communication. Altamaha Federal Credit Union, Jesup, Scriven, and Ludowici. Visit altamaha.org. Equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA.
Morton Collision is located at 1320 West Pine Street in Jesup. Morton's offers free estimates, 23-hour towing, and they guarantee their work. Call 427-3769 or after hours 912-294-6140. The staff at Morton Collision Center works with all insurance companies. So for guaranteed work with a qualified staff, go to Morton Collision at 1320 West Pine Street in Jesup. Morton Collision, quality you can see.
When further treatment is no longer an option, hospice can provide services to manage symptoms and difficulties caused by illness. Emotional, psychosocial, and spiritual care, as well as support to the families and caregivers, are all part of hospice care. Hospice of South Georgia has been a part of the health community in Wayne and surrounding counties for over 13 years. The professional yet compassionate attention provided by our staff is unsurpassed. Widely supported by donations from the local population, Hospice of South Georgia is the only nonprofit hospice in Wayne County. Our new administrative offices, located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, have opened recently as Phase 1 of our building project. Hospice of South Georgia accepts anyone who meets hospice criteria, regardless of their ability to pay. Please call 912-588-0080 to speak to someone about hospice care. That was 912-588-0080. We are your hometown hospice, and we are here to serve you. Hospice of South Georgia, working to add life to your days.
Final notes and news. The Odom Homecoming Committee having their Parents' Night Out tonight, Friday, July 14th from 6 to 9, tonight at the Odom Rec Center. And you let the Odom Homecoming Committee entertain your kids for the evening while you enjoy an evening out. It's for ages 4 to 12. Prices are $10 for a single child, $18 for 2 kids, $25 for children, or 3 children, and $8 per child for 4 or more. Again, they're going to have spaghetti, fun and games, and movie tonight with popcorn. Your kids are sure to have a blast. Again, if you're interested, call City Hall in Odom, 586-2211. Don't forget the free class on childbirth being offered by Wayne Memorial Hospital this Saturday. July 15th. That takes place tomorrow between 9 and 1 in the hospital annex building located at the corner of Peachtree Street and Colonial Way. Class is ideal for those expectant mothers 25 weeks pregnant or later by the class date. Those interested in registering can do so today by calling 530-3117 or 530-3118. Again, they ask that attendees are encouraged to invite a support person to the class. Topics of the class will include the normal process of pregnancy, labor, and delivery, with an emphasis on conscious, prepared childbirth. Stress is placed on a medically safe delivery in the hospital under the direction of a doctor. Again, additional topics are covered are infant care and infant feeding. Again, it all takes place this Saturday from 9 to 1. Again, if you're interested, call 530-3117 or 530-3118. Finally, the Wayne County Board of Education is set to meet on Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the Tech Center. Items on the agenda: discussion on Okefenokee Classic trip for students incentives. Items will be presented and discussed. ROTC program once again on the agenda, an update on the program. Martha Rall Smith update on their site. Update will be given on the Martha Rall Smith project and Wayne County Library Board appointments. Dr. Brinson will present the Wayne County Library Board appointments for board approval. Also an executive session on the agenda. Again, it all takes place Tuesday, 6 p.m. at the Tech Center. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.
You've been listening to local news on WIFO.
This is Charles Huffman at Jesup Housing Outlet. If you haven't been to Jesup Housing Outlet lately, you're missing out on a